Hey guys, welcome to a Plasticon Hangout. I do want to let you guys know that I am sorry about the live stream. I tried putting it up through XSplit and it was being stupid. But you know what? We're actually going to still show what I did. The audio somehow dubbed over itself, so I'm going to let you guys know that, yeah, you're not going to get any audio on the portion we're going to do, but we're going to sit here and talk while the whole thing's going. So, Sergio here, I'll let him introduce himself and his channel and everything. He's also another Generation 2 fan.
Yep, Generation 2 for life. Not as obsessed as you, but I do love me some G2. So yeah, I'm Nemesis Prime on YouTube. I haven't posted in like 6 months just because I don't have time. But I'm hoping to start posting again. I'm working on some brainstorming ideas for videos and stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically it.
Yeah, so we're gonna put up this screen share real quick, and this is the stream that I actually had up. I do want to apologize. Like I said, the audio was not working, but we're just gonna go ahead and just go with what I had going on here. And I'll try to fast forward past this whole 5 to 6 minutes of that nonsense. I did have like an audio thing. Yeah, this is my commercial that Zadzuki actually helped me with. But anyway, basically what I was going to do here is I was trying to do a stream and it just didn't work, guys. Like I said, I apologize for the inconvenience on what the heck happened. But here's the stream. It's still going. I didn't want to get it out there. I didn't want to have to sit here and like wait around all damn day and see if I can get the audio to fix itself or whatever. So basically what went on here is I just did the Toy Hacks Repo Label set. And it's a really nice sticker set. It's actually not too bad. But when it comes to customizing, Sergio, what do you do, dude?
I haven't customized a figure in a long time, but I have a bunch of ideas that I've been throwing around my head, and most of them I won't do until I got more free time. But I don't know, I feel like repo labels would be a good place to start off with for basic stuff like symbols. But I was actually looking in on Amazon. They do sell like glossy sticker paper. So I was thinking about buying one. They're like $5 for a couple sheets. So I was thinking about buying those and giving it a test run soon.
Yeah, when it came to like repro labels, I've gotten quite a few throughout the years. And this set actually for Wheeljack, some of the stickers actually have a bit of a texture to them. So they kind of feel a little more vinyl.
Yeah, that's what my Masterpiece ones felt like. They had like a texture on them.
Yeah, like when I did this, and like I said, the stream jacked up, so the audio was completely botched. That's why we're doing it this way. But this is my live stream for those guys out there that want to know. Quite a few of the stickers that actually go on him are glossy, but they do have a lot of texture to them. It's very tactile. They actually stick very well. There's a few parts where I actually had to take in and actually take an X-Acto and kind of cut here or there on the actual stickers themselves in order to get them loose. A few of them I don't think were cut very well, but I really can't complain because, you know, I pulled it off and it looks really good. And to be honest, this sticker set is probably one of the best I've seen in a while for more or less like a deluxe figure.
It changes the toy completely because the stock toy is very naked.
Yeah, it is. And at the end of the whole thing, I kind of show like, you know, what it looks like in robot mode compared to the sticker mode, and it worked very well. As you guys probably think it's like froze. It's not froze right now. It's just taking a while. I was bringing up the what the actual layout looks like when you take the stickers and apply them. I did opt out on not doing the wheel stickers because, to be honest, I like to paint, and if I wanted red rims, I would paint red rims. But this is a good option for those guys that don't really like to do that. One thing I can tell you though, the toy hacks portion, it doesn't really tell you where the stickers go. It just has a bunch of arrows pointing. Like when you hover over the thing, it doesn't say sticker 1, 2, 3, or whatever. There's no labeling. So you kind of have to just do a lot of visual. Hey, this sticker looks like it fits in this portion.
Hope to God you get it right.
Well, right. And that's where that's where you look like 3 or 4 times as you're doing this set. And that's what I did when I stickered this guy. But like I said, the stickers are very tactile. They work very well. Very high quality. To be honest, I would love to see Hasbro start releasing sticker sets with some of their stuff and just
They've done
get away
official.
from.
They've done official sticker sets, but they weren't released at retail.
Yeah, I really wish they would just do that. Like, if they're not going to give us a lot of paint apps for a figure, just release a sticker sheet.
They did that with, who was it? Roadbuster. He got stickers. Metroplex got stickers.
World did too.
World got stickers. I don't know why they didn't just get. They started including stickers with other stuff. Like even if it's like a little small sticker sheet, like a little couple inches of just a few different stickers, that alone would make a huge difference.
Right.
Yeah, and then printing them out to them would cost them like a few cents.
Yeah, well, let me kind of fast forward this portion here because I'm just kind of like fumbling around with the toy and trying to transform it. But anyway, basically you can tell that I have 2 Jackies. I don't own just one. I actually acquired another one this morning because my boss came up to me and was like, here's a late birthday present, and gave me a second Jackie. So one's going to remain naked and the other one's going to be stickered. I'm not going to sticker both.
Or one could be in box and treasured forever.
Nah, that's okay. I don't like crated items. It's just something about if I have a toy, I have to unbox it. Sometimes throw the box, but some people get a kick out of that.
No, well, 90% of my collection is loose, but I keep a couple of box items around. Like I have my boxed Armada Megatron. I'm gonna get signed at BotCon. That's gonna be like my prized possession. He's gonna be proudly displayed.
Right. When it comes to removing stickers, you can obviously tell that I'm using an X-Acto knife. That's what I normally do. I try not to get any of my oils on the adhesives. A lot of people don't realize that oils on adhesives is bad. It causes the glue to not really stick very well. Repro Labels actually has very, very, very good tactile glue. And I'm actually glad they're actually selling little glue sticks now in order to kind of fix things, which is nice because there's some people out there who want to repair the old stickers they have. And this is me pointing out that the 539 is just, that's what the hell Jackie should have, not 705. Can somebody out there please tell me where the hell they came up with 705?
Jeez.
Somebody, please. Just tell me, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah, I'm looking to piece together my G1 Devastator, so he's going to be getting some Repro Label love as soon as I piece all the stuff together.
Yeah, my G1 Devastator I actually Repro labeled, and that was G2 Minosaur falling over for some fucking reason. I don't like when it came to the stickers for that set, the Repro Label sticker set for the Devastator is actually really good. I really recommend it. But I do recommend the things I recommend when you guys are stickering is a X-Acto knife and a toothpick. Toothpicks are your friend because they're real soft. It's soft wood, so that we were able to just kind of push the thing in the crevices without really poking holes. I mean, obviously, if you take it and jam it in there real hard, you're going to probably poke a hole in the sticker. But if you're, careful, it actually works pretty good. But when I stickered this guy up, it wasn't too difficult. It took a little while to do. Obviously, you can watch, I'm doing this. But I am pointing out right now the hood sticker. The hood sticker that goes on him, a lot of people don't realize this, but the 4 vents on the front of the hood are actually kind of cut out within the sticker. So you got to be kind of careful when you're pulling that sticker off, so that way you don't ruin those. Because the 4 vents that are kind of cut out, they're designed so that way you can just take like a toothpick or something like that and try to rub it into the vent crevices that are on the hood. So that way it gives it a little more texture, which is kind of cool that they don't just cover all that up. Have you, Sergio, you ever have any stickers like that where they were cut out like that, so you're just supposed to push them into some kind of crazy crevice?
The closest ones I could think of that I did an effect like that was on my G1 Prime. Inside the trailer, he has like a diamond plate cut design, and with a toothpick, I rubbed it over the sticker, so the sticker then had the diamond plate, like
Texture.
the texture, yeah, over it.
I honestly, I love how they've like designed these stickers now, so that way they have the ability to be able to hug, that kind of thing. Because I remember when
really well with a toothpick. That's the best thing you can use to do that.
Yeah, and a lot of patience.
Especially on the sets that require a ton of stickers, like the G1. The G1s take a lot of stickers. Trying to think of another set that took a ton of stickers. Even the new Combiner Wars Devastator that has like 2 full sheets of stickers. Yeah, stickers, especially you got to do them right the first time because they rarely include extras in case you mess up.
I would say probably the hardest thing I actually had to sticker up was the I would have to say Generations Metroplex when I had it. Probably the most difficult sticker job. And that's even comparing that to Fort Max. I think Fort Max was a lot more fun to sticker. If you guys want to, you guys can go back in my archives. I actually have a live video where I did a stickering of Fort Max. This is a long time ago, so I mean, you'll have to excuse the quality. But I just wanted to be able to show you guys this video because I was upset because it wasn't working. And luckily, Sergio was like, dude, let's just do a hangout. And I'm like, dude, can we just do this? So
commentate over something that's totally not pre-recorded.
Right. It's not pre-recorded at all.
Live. This is all live.
Right. To give you guys a bit of a technique though, when it comes to getting stickers off the X-Acto knife, because some people aren't really sure how you do that. After you like place down the sticker, you never want to like push the sticker down. You want to just kind of just let gravity take its toll and rest it. But when you're trying to get it off the blade, honestly, roll your wrist with the X-Acto, and it will just kind of roll right off the blade. Oh, and by the way, if you are pulling the stickers off the sheet, don't use the pointy, sticky end that cuts things. Use the blunt side of the blade, so you don't cut the sticker by accident.
I usually because I was actually stickering up. I was putting some Shattered Glass logos on some figures yesterday, and usually what I do is I like with my fingernail, peel off a little bit of the corner and then stick the blade underneath carefully, and then pull the rest out.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this entire set here, I actually used the blade the whole time. It's just because I've gotten used to actually doing this, and it's kind of funny the way I do this because it's almost like I literally place it and that's exactly where it needs to go, and I never have to like move it much. And it's just because I've done stickers so much that I'm pretty good at it. I don't know if any of you guys saw my the pictures of a few of my customs that I've done here just recently, including the G2 Jazz and the Sunstreaker and all those. But I actually went and got repro labels for some of that stuff, so I had to do a little bit of cutting on stuff. And I'm just obviously picking away at the sticker sheet. The sticker sheet's actually laid out pretty decent. There's 2 little bitty white strips that go for the back fin. And On the back fin, if you look, the 2 white strips are actually on the side where that particular piece is supposed to go, because you got the label that I'm obviously pointing out, but you got the 2 little black portions there. The white little strips are actually on the correct coincide portions on the sticker sheet. So it's not hard to figure out which one goes where. But you can actually tell by looking at the way the sticker is, it's tapered. So it makes sense the way it goes onto the back fin when you actually do this. It's really a decent set, though. It's not bad.
It's probably going to be one of their more popular sets because that toy really needs some sticker love.
Well, yeah, I mean it. And the thing is, I like about this set that they gave us, it gave us a little bit of variety. You don't necessarily have to use all the stickers, but you know, the more you use on it, the better it looks. It does almost look masterpiecey when it's done. But it's like I said, I opt out on the red rims because it was just so difficult. To me, it's like that's too many stickers to put on the rims to just have one fall off whenever I can just break out paint and paint it myself.
Yeah.
But for the guy out there that is not steady with a paintbrush but's really good at stickers, that's a great option. So I'm glad they gave folks that option. What do you think of the red rims?
It's going to be easier just painting them because putting a sticker on such a thin piece of plastic that's going to be moving around a lot, it just wouldn't be a good idea to put a sticker. Even I wouldn't try to do it. It already sounds like a pain, especially when it's like separate pieces. That already sounds like a pain to me.
The stickers are just so small. Like I would think they would just like kind of fall off if you touched them wrong or something. But I know they're not just going to fall off because they're that Repro label, you know, adhesive. But I honestly, I really didn't. I don't know. To me, it just didn't work out very well with the whole idea of putting those on there.
Yeah. Trying to remember because I know my Masterpiece one. Let me pull it out. I used their sticker stuff. That was when they had it for like a penny, and I bought it. I'm trying to remember if they had some other weird stickers and. Oh, they had some like ones on the taillights that were a pain to put into. There was one that was supposed to go under the spoiler, and that one was really hard to put in because you had to be really careful for the plastic sticker to hug the plastic the right way. That one was a pain to do. I remember that. That part was not fun. But I'm pretty sure that the Combiner Wars sticker sheet is like just a downsized version of the Masterpiece ones.
It kind of is. I mean, when I did my custom side swipe, I got hold of the Masterpiece G2 stickers for side swipe, and I used some of them, not a lot of them, but I used a few. I did have to do a little bit of modification for like the side swipe logo that goes on his tail fin and all that. I had to kind of cut it to make it fit because it's obviously a little bigger. But when I did that custom, it actually turned out really, really well. So honestly, I don't see an issue whatsoever with getting
I wish that they would have released a sticker set with the original design, like the original. I might end up getting a KO because my stickers aren't that great, the ones on the spoiler for my G2 one. So I might end up getting the KO, take the stickers, and then pawn off the figure for like $15 or something.
Well, you could do that. I mean, that probably would work okay.
Because I put the stickers on. It was like 3 a.m. the day after TFCon. I put them on. I was laying in bed and I couldn't sleep. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sticker my toy up at 3 a.m. and do a shitty job.
It's freaking funny.
Yeah, I remember that vividly. It was 3 a.m. the day after TFCon. I just got back. For some reason, I couldn't fall asleep and thought it was a good idea to sticker it up.
Now he's like, worst decision ever.
It really was the worst decision ever because now the spoiler kind of sucks. It's like kind of crooked. Everything else came out fine. It's just that.
It's not like you could break out like a highlighter or something and like go over the black paint with a highlighter. It just doesn't work that way.
I wish it could. It is G2.
That's very true. But G2's got, that crazy color scheme. So, but yeah, this Jackie's awesome. I have a lot of people that have asked me what I'm going to do with the second Jackie. I'm going to leave him alone, and I'm just going to wait around because I'm pretty sure they're going to probably give us a slicer here in the future.
I hope they do, because then I could repurpose it on my shattered glass shelf. I really hope they do a slicer.
I was always a big fan of him. I actually liked the
would be
colors.
Cool if they. I highly doubt this would happen. Highly doubt it would happen. But what if they did the Masquerade Autobots or something, or release like a gift set of G2 Autobots in Combiner Wars molds? I highly doubt that's going to happen, but it would be cool. If they did, like they could do Sunstreaker in that unreleased color,
like the one I made.
Yeah, maybe a G2 Sideswipe thrown in there.
I still think Turbo Force, that awesome combiner that I built, is probably one of the coolest things that I have just completely created out like just nothing. Because basically what it was is I had I originally bought all the parts from Minosaur because I was going to make G2 Minosaur. And they obviously announced it not long after I got all the bots, and I was like, okay, what am I going to do with them?
And it was a good thing that you waited too.
Yeah, I kind of waited a little bit, and then I decided that I would just, make the laser rods out of most of them. So I did. I got hold of the Prime mold, and I did a slight modification to his trailer hitch so that way it would hold the Scourge trailer, which works great. It actually works really, really well. I'm going to get around doing a whole review of him, but I did like a whole paint fade to the Prime and everything like that, just like the G2 Laser Prime has. And, like the blue legs and just, all the crazy crap that he had. And then I was like, I'm going to go ahead and start on the laser rods. And then I got down and I was like, well, I guess I need to buy another dead end mold because I needed another car that isn't a, an Indy car, because an Indy car wouldn't have worked very good for the laser rods. I'm sorry, it just didn't. So I was sitting around with this like drag strip after I got done doing what I've dubbed laser on. That is the laser rod combiner. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to sit here and break this thing out, and I'm just going to make me a G2 lead foot out of it, which I did, and it fucking turned out badass. I used like the blue I used on it has like metallic flake in it, so it really looks good. So after I got done making him, I was like, okay, I got this extra hot spot. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't know if they're going to give us a Defensor or not.
I really hope they do. I hope they do. The funny thing is, I remember back at BotCon last year, I got they were giving out these like Devastation posters, and I completely fucking lost the thing. But they're giving out Devastation posters, and I got the Hasbro team to sign it. My stupid ass lost it. But I mean, they're going to be there again this year, so I'll probably get them to sign something else. But while he was signing my poster, I pulled out a 20, and I'm like, so listen, you guys are going to make G2 Minosaur, right? And I kind of slid it over, and he's like, well, like the guy was like, oh, I can't say too much about it right now. And I'm like, all right, So I'm hoping my failed bribery helped Minosaur come to life.
And we're all going to really want we're all definitely going to be wanting that G2 Defensor. I mean, to be honest, who out there doesn't want a G2 Defensor? I mean, seriously. Because even TFW 2005 has high-res photos of the original ones that were never released, which kind of makes me go back and look at mine of, okay, that orange that I have on one of them probably needs to be more yellow. But that's because I did, the custom. And actually, for the guys out there that's seen the review of one of the customs I did, yes, that was the knockoff that I did a review of. I do actually have a high quality KO that I have sitting on my shelf that looks much better than that one. And I might have to do I hate to say this because I've done one review of it. Then I turned back around and did a Redux review. What do you call a Redux of a Redux?
Redux squared. Oh, a reredo.
A redo. I probably do need to get around to do that though.
I just noticed that today they sent my package pickup info for BotCon. This is early. Man, they're on top of their shit this year. Last year I didn't get it until like the day before.
Jeez, that's nuts.
My package pickup time 9 p.m. on Thursday. Jeez. Oh my, wow! You guys just, and I registered like literally like within the hour. Then it went up. What a bunch of dicks! Oh no, wait, is this one it? They sent me 2 emails. One says 6 p.m. One says 9. I don't know what this one is. Is this? Yeah, this one says 6 to 7 p.m. I think it's because I registered twice.
You registered twice?
Well, the thing that happened was my friend at first, I registered with him, and then like 3 months later, he's like, "Oh, I want a Primus package now." I was like, "Okay." So he had to call FunPub, and they upgraded him. But FunPub being FunPub, they did this weird thing where
Nah, not a weird thing.
it's like his dad is still on my registration, but he's on his own registration. And then they send me a third registration where we're all together, and I'm just like extremely confused. So I have in my email, I have a folder named BotCon. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but I have like all these emails of receipts and emails and stuff that I'm just like, I'm going to go up to the table and be like, look, just pick one. I don't know which one this is. You guys already took my money. Just give me my damn toys. I don't know which email they're going to use. But I literally have 3 emails of them telling me what time I need to pick up my stuff, and each one has a different time. So
just show up to the earliest one and then just keep actually go and show up 3 times and you walk out of there with 3 sets.
I should.
That'd be hilarious. Like, I'm here to pick up my set. Dude, I just thought I saw you 2 hours ago. No, that was me. That was my twin brother.
Didn't your twin just come up? Did he say twin? We're triplets. Yeah, we're all triplets. Now give me my freebie that I totally won't pawn off on eBay for $100.
I know, right? It's that extra $100 you make. that paid for my plane ticket. It's awesome.
FunPub being FunPub as usual. I'm telling you, they better not give me any problems because, like, and I mean, they actually did pretty cool. They were actually pretty cool. They gave my friend, even though he literally upgraded to a Primus package on Monday, they gave him like the first day pin, which is actually pretty cool. Either that or they had way too many of them and they're just trying to get rid of the damn things.
Probably, because it's probably close to the same damn pin that's in the freaking set.
This is a lot less of a headache than last year. I don't know if you heard about the headache that was last year. Oh my god.
Oh, I heard about it.
That was not fun. I was like this close to not even going because the registration was so fucking just so fucking annoying. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna give up. They charged my card twice, so they charged my card $1,600.
Jesus.
And that was also when Texas. I don't remember. You remember last year? Texas had those like huge floods last year. So I called their offices, and then the phone lines were down. So I had to wait a week and shit. And it was not fun. But I got my stuff in the end, and that's all that matters. As long as I get my toys.
You got your stuff, and you didn't get overcharged.
Yeah, I called them. I called them, and then they told me to email. So I emailed Brian Savage, and then he was like, "Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it." I'm like, "Thank you." And he actually did. They took care of it like the very next day. So we
I'm
took
glad you
him.
got a hold of him about it. Sometimes that man's hard to get hold of.
Yeah. But,
He tries to ignore people, so.
oh yeah, he was running the make a deal table last year, and he had an incomplete Jinrai, and like not the original one, the
The
Botcon one,
reissue?
the
Oh, okay.
Botcon one from the 2014 set. I'm like, I'll give you $50 for it, and he was like, I don't know. I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? The thing is incomplete. Like, who's gonna pay $50 for an incomplete toy? And then I was like, you know what? I'm just not gonna try. He had that look on his face where he just like, God damn, I don't want to be here. Like, I'm pretty sure he doesn't even like Transformers. It's probably just his job.
You never know. Some of these guys are into it, and sometimes they just get burned out after a while.
Yeah. And another funny story was when I actually, after I got to pick up my figures, I went straight to the club store to get the souvenirs. And I swear to God, he was like 10, 12-year-old kid who he rung me out. And man, kid, I'll give it to him. He knew his stuff. Kid knew his stuff. He was very knowledgeable. And where was it? I don't remember if it was on an episode of TFYLP, but I'm pretty sure it was an episode of TFYLP where somebody took a picture of him ringing somebody out, and he was like holding his nose. And I forgot who took the picture, but I'm pretty sure it was on TFYLP. And oh my God, I didn't laugh that hard in such a long time. It was like, this is BotCon in a nutshell. Just that picture summarizes every single nerd convention in history.
I don't understand the guys that go to these cons and never shower.
It's disgusting. It's
shower, seriously. Like, I am one of those kind of guys that if you don't shower, if I'm carrying around a can of freaking like Febreze or something, I will Febreze your ass down. I don't care. Nobody else needs to smell you. Go take a shower.
Yeah, I remember I went to an anime.
Self-dignity there, people.
I went to an anime con a couple of years ago. And oh my God, as soon as I walked in, it hit you and you're just like, God damn, these motherfuckers need to shower. I don't understand why you don't shower. It's like, even like I can't go to bed without showering because I feel weird.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you have to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, I mean, what the hell's the point in buying those?
Yeah, and you're just bothering the people around you. Nobody wants to be around a smelly person. It just makes it awkward, and you're at arguably, whether you like it or not, BotCon, any convention is a social event. The reason we go to these conventions is the toys. Yeah, we go for the toys, but we mostly go to see our friends, spend a weekend with other people. You don't want to be known as that guy that smells like ass. You want to be remembered for other things.
I do really wish somebody would just cosplay as a can of Febreze. At one con, please, somebody cosplay as a can of Febreze and walk around, and everybody that they find that are very offensive, stinky, please just close them down.
Imagine if they fucking rented out a booth for like Febreze, and Febreze actually came to the con and was just like, pss, 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 pss.
That'd be awesome.
They had like a Febreze cleaning station where you just like pss, 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 spray them down.
That'd be great. Better at least like Axe deodorant or something. I mean, seriously, what the hell? Guys, please shower when you go to these cons. That's all I'm saying. It's simple. Take a shower before you leave to go out to go buy that toy. If you really think you're not going to be able to make it to go pick up this certain toy, shower like an hour and a half in advance before the freaking doors open to go to the damn room to start buying stuff. I mean, seriously.
And if you're going to the Hall of Fame dinner, please wear something nice, because you don't want to be known as that guy that's in a crowd.
Walmart, guys.
That's in a crowd. It's in a crowd of people all dressed nice in a banquet hall with a banquet dinner, and you're there in a fucking t-shirt and jorts.
Hey! I wear t-shirt and jeans at least, but you know, if you're gonna go to the banquet, I mean, at least be slightly dressed up.
You can overdo it, like my friend Dave last year. Man, that dude, he went in a full suit. God bless that man.
3-piece suit.
I swear he had the thing tailored the day of. Yeah, but I mean, come on, guys. Especially last year, I wanted to look presentable in front of Frank Welker. He was at the Hall of Fame dinner, and it was awesome.
Come on, guys, it's Megatron. I love it. Yeah, I just honestly, I think, you know, conventions are probably one of the coolest things to go to. And if any of you guys are planning on actually taking the customization courses, take heed to some of the tips and stuff you get from other guys. I'm taking
the custom class this year.
Are you?
My first. As soon as I heard that this was possibly the last BotCon, I'm like, I'm gonna jump on the custom class. So this is gonna be I'm super stoked. You have no idea how stoked I am because I'm a huge fan of like Gundam models.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they give them to you. They give them to you like if it was a model kit, but it's
that's a sprue.
And I'm super excited to do that. Super excited.
Everything like snaps together. You got a little bit of screws and stuff you have to put in.
Yeah, they give you the pins. I've seen they give you like a little box of pins and screws but I mean, it just sounds like it looks like a blast. Everybody who I talk to that's taking it, they say it's fun. And I mean, it combines the two things that I love in the world the most: model kits and Transformers. I heard that the guy who runs it is actually a well-known customizer too.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought about like, because when I went to TFCon a couple years back, I thought about bringing one of my customs, but I didn't. I am kind of kicking myself on that, but.
You should do that. I'm telling you, you got to start saving up and come down this October, and then you could probably enter the custom contest. You make a custom G2 original character and everything, you know.
I could probably do that and bring like Combiner Wars pigs and set them up.
Trying to think of what would be a great, nice G2. Man, if you could get the funds. You could probably try finding a cheap Unique Toys Warlord, make a G2 Predaking. That'd be sick.
That would be pretty cool.
Would be really sick. But that would require quite a bit of funds.
Yeah. That or a Feral Rex.
Oh, man, a Feral Rex.
Well, actually, you got that KO Feral Rex that's out there.
That's still kind of expensive, though. It's like $100-something, but...
Well, I mean, I don't think that's too bad, really.
Especially for the oversize. Not bad.
Right.
Maybe try to find the Generations RC, make a G2 RC. There's so many possibilities.
Well, there are. I mean, especially with Combiner Wars, I've done quite a few of the bots, and I've been sitting there thinking, okay, should I do this one, this one? I saw somebody that actually did both different versions of Machine Wars. Oh
yeah, I think it was Cheetahmus that did them, but he did like the Combiner. Man, those were wow. He did a really good job on those.
Those things were pretty insane, and they're going for a pretty penny on eBay. I know that he was selling them off.
One of them sold for like $500, I think it was. But his paint job on them was super good. Yeah,
and I like when people go, you know, a little against the grain. I do like. Oh, they didn't give us a G1 Jazz, so I gotta like do a G1. No, I decided to do a Generation 2, and the photos a lot of you guys have seen on Facebook, if you guys have been following me on Facebook for that Jazz, I did go to Shapeways and got the head and chest portion. Trying to remember the name of the seller that I got those off of. I can't remember offhand, but it does require, you know, a little bit of patience in order to do that. But I mean, I completely took the entire thing apart, and you know, I spray painted everything that needed to be painted that way, and then went back and started touching up here and there, and gave the windows a silver paint, and then turn it back around, and then give it like a bit of a black eyeliner around the windows, which really made them pop. Because when I first just did the silver windows, it looked good, but I was like, it was just missing something. And I did purchase the repro labels for the old classics jazz. I don't know if you guys know the G2 jazz that they released in that what was that 4-pack? What was that thing called? Do you remember, Sergio? The one that came with the Prime?
Oh, I need that one actually because there's 7 uses of that mold, and I have 5. So I need that one. It's the ultimate gift set. That's what it was called. It came with like a little Motor Master, the Legend
Little
of
Motor
Master,
and I think it
G2
was
Jazz, and
was it a Skywarp or a Thundercracker?
I think it was a Thundercracker. It came with 2 Legends and the 2 Deluxes. The 2 Deluxes were G2. I know the Jazz. I need to get that Jazz. The G2 Jazz. I need that.
Yeah, I've got that G2 Jazz. It's pretty cool, and I also have the Prime.
Yeah, I need that blue Prime. If you ever want to sell it, you know, let me know. I
kind of can't because I've got the tanker armor for him. So
okay. Yeah, because I literally need that one and then the club Scourge to have all 7 uses of the mold.
yeah, it's actually a pretty decent mold. Just the way they did that the coloration on that, very what was that? Could be like was it? I know it wasn't Combat Hero Prime. It's
I thought it was Combat Hero.
Well, it's made to look like the old Combat Hero Prime, but he's the blue variant where I think he was like Commander or something like that.
Yeah, that one was even like, because wasn't Combat Hero not released, and then the blue one was supposed to be like an exclusive or something?
The blue one was going to be released later on after they released the Combat Hero Prime, which was also known as Sure Shot over in Europe. That's the Prime with the white and the yellow-red striping, along with the Combat Hero Megatron. But sadly, they didn't release that Megatron that was all gray and tiger stripey, and then they turned back around and did a similar deco with Bludgeon, which really threw me for a loop. It's like they took those 2 molds that they were going to do and color variants and released them in Scourge and Bludgeon instead.
Oh, didn't they release them in the Armada line or the RID line?
Yeah, they released them during Universe.
Yeah, I got this. I have the Tokyo one, but I need the club one if I could find it for a good price. And then the United.
The stickering thing here I'm doing, guys, the Lancia Strato is supposed to have 2 little round tail lights. And if you look at the molding on the back of that wheeljack, there's no round holes that it goes in. So I pretty much place those as stickers kind of in between the higher recess and lower recess. That's where I put them on that. Just letting you guys know where that placement's going on those stickers.
Yeah, so I'm gonna pick up the 2 shattered glass ones at BotCon. I have them waiting for me. I've been like lately I've been collecting a lot of club stuff, a lot of the rare items.
Mm-hmm. Have you got Starscream, the last one, the last club exclusive?
The G2 Starscream?
Yeah, did you ever get that?
No, that was a subscription. And he's going for like a stupid amount of money. It's like $90. And
yeah, he's like G2 Ramjet right now, literally. Like those 2 are like the 2 hardest molds to get hold of, I think.
Well, Ramjet, he really doesn't pop up on eBay that often. It's not so much that he's expensive, it's just he just doesn't pop up. And the same goes for the Action Master Thundercracker / Shattered Glass Thundercracker. He still fetches $80 by himself.
Yeah, he's pretty insane. That's definitely one I want just because that thing is just ridiculous.
I ended up paying for Shattered Glass Prime. I paid $120, which at first it hurt, but it's a mold or it's a figure that I've been wanting since it came out.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a holy grail of mine. So I don't know. I mean, even and it's a figure I know that'll hold its value in case I ever need to get rid of it, or if anything, it'll keep going up.
So, with all these releases of the G2 Superion and Menasor, do you think they're going to hold their value?
I think Menasor probably will. Menasor is probably going to be the most. That one's gotten the most attention for sure. And then I'm pretty sure they're like, aren't they like a store exclusive or online exclusive? Because I haven't seen them in stores. I haven't seen them.
They're online only so far that I've seen. Superion, you can pick. I thought you can pick up at Toys R Us every now and then. You see him, but he's not like.
He's gonna be like Breakneck and Slingshot. Those guys, 50. They're like $50 now in package.
Yeah,
I think G2 Menasor is going to see the same thing, which is why exactly I'm not going to risk it. I'm picking one up at BotCon myself.
What do you think about Victorion? Do you think she's going to run high like that?
No. I think she's going to go on clearance.
I definitely want to get one myself.
Yeah, I think she's going to go on clearance.
That thing is just, I'm sorry, man. That thing screams Generation 2. It just does.
It does, but it's still ugly. It's not even like
how ugly it is.
It's not even the good ugly, though. Like, it's not the good ugly.
It's ugly, and I don't know. It's just something about it. But then again, it is the first female combiner, like official, so it's kind of got that going for it, you know.
Yeah. I don't know what my United one. Still don't want to stay together. I also lost the sword for my Hasbro one, so I'm going to try to find one at a parts party. Maybe somebody can hook me up. And it turns out that I have a G2 Devastator head, so I'm hoping Brett will allow me to do a straight-up trade for a G1 head. Or I'll throw in a couple cash or something, because I don't need a G2 Devastator head, because the purple is different.
Yeah, the purple does have a different hue with the G1 and the G2, but
because I bought it in a parts lot, so I didn't notice until I got it in hand.
But the orange one, that purple is identical. So.
Yeah, so at least that's a good news in case you find one loose without any of the parts.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass trying to find an orange Devastator anyway.
I found one at a toy convention, a local toy con. He wanted like $50 per each little one.
Dude, that
is about what they go for.
Yeah, that seems about. Well, wait, were they loose or they on card?
Loose. No, on card there would probably be like $100 or something.
On card they run normally around 70 a pop. Normally somebody that actually has a full carded G2 orange Debbie, those normally will fetch pretty close to $450 to $500.
I'm tempted one day to buy the orange one off iOffer. I don't know how well that site is. I think you said you used it before.
I never used iOffer. I've looked at items on there several times.
Because they do.
And I have heard that Devastator is not that bad and it's a good stand-in. The only thing is it doesn't have the G2, like the Decepticon tampos on it. It doesn't have that at all. But it's really close to the original. It's hard to kind of, you really can't pawn it off as the original because the tampos are gone.
Yeah, those were stickers they were tampoed on.
Yeah, it says Decepticon on them, and it's got a little Decepticon, the G2 Decepticon emblem. The sticker sheet, though, is identical to the G1. So anybody out there is trying to pawn one off on eBay, I kind of suggest you guys out there, if you are after that kind of thing, just be careful. Just be careful.
I was actually going to ask you if you knew the difference between, because I'm trying to piece together my Devastator, like I said, but I want it to be 100% vintage, no reissue, no KO. So I was wondering if you knew how to tell any differences just from a loose, like, accessory or a loose figure.
Devastator is so difficult to do that with, man. It really is, because that thing has been knocked off God knows how many times in so many different flavors.
I'm hoping Brett has them because I know he's as trustworthy as it gets. So I'm hoping he has a couple of the parts that I need and a couple of the bots that I need. Because I know he knows his stuff and he's as trustworthy as they get.
Right. The guy he's referring to, Brett, that's Megamus that runs Mega Toy Fan. He'll be at BotCon, TFCon. I'm trying to get him down here to Cyber City, which is going to be a convention coming soon here in San Antonio, which is about a 3-hour drive from where I'm at. So you can probably guarantee that you're going to see some goodness come from me from that place. But yeah, let's put it this way. When he's got a box of parts, he's not lying. He's got a box of parts. I've seen his boxes of parts. One of the parts parties I went to, they had last TFCon. He broke out this box. He's like, "Oh, I need some Jetfire parts." He's like, "Okay." Literally an entire tub. He opens up. It's nothing but Jetfire parts, like tons of Jetfire parts.
Yeah, and he gives them all for great prices.
Yeah, and it's real cheap. I mean, I'll tell you right now, you're not going to get them any cheaper. And you can go to eBay all day. You're not going to find some of this stuff cheaper. So.
And they're all real.
Yes.
You have do not have to worry about whether you're going to get her. If you might get her, if it's a reissue part, I'm pretty sure he'll tell you. If not, it'll probably it's 100% authentic.
If not, he normally tries to do the research too to make sure it is the right type. Because there are times that he'll get a hold of a variant that he isn't sure if it is real or not. And sometimes you have to do a little bit of research because sometimes it's just the molding process of the item, like wherever the mold flash is, wherever it's cut off. Normally you can tell. And that's when you get really, really, really like in depth of how a gun is made. Because when it comes to guns for a lot of these guys, it is so difficult to find out whether that's really a G2 or G1 Devastator gun when it comes to the small little bitty guns, because they're all black. Most of them. The ones that weren't molded in like the color, if they were molded in black, it's very difficult to tell the difference between the two. It's the same thing with G2 Superion. The guns for G2 Superion for like the smaller bot modes are black, just like the G1. So it's impossible to tell which one's which, you know. Speaking about guns, though, Render Forms. That guy, he has just released an entire set for your Generation 2 Minosaurs. He's got a set that gives you two different head sculpts. He also has he's working on the hand-foot thing. I don't think he's complete with that one yet. He's actually been asking the market, see if anybody wants any of those. But he is releasing an entire gun set for that Minosaur, the large rifle along with the smaller pistols. I believe it runs $25 for the smaller pistols, and then for like the large guns, like $20. I believe the head sculpts were going for 20, if I'm not mistaken. Do you know, Sergio? I don't know if you follow him or not.
What was the question? I'm sorry, I was typing.
Render Forms?
About the hands and feet?
Well, do you know how much the head sculpts go for? I can't remember.
Probably like $10 or something like that.
I think you're right. I think they are $10.
Yeah, because they're a lot smaller than the weapons that he does.
Right, and I'm actually thinking about opting out to get the rifle and the smaller pistols for my G2 Minosaur. I mean, if any of you guys have not purchased a G2 Minosaur yet, and you are G2 fanatic, I mean, I know Sergio's going to pick one with BotCon, but get off your butt and get them. They're nice. They although Hasbro screwed up on a lot of the pictures, they actually are very, very, very nice in hand. Once you get them in hand, your opinion about that toy will completely change, because there's just certain colors don't photograph the way you want them to, you know. But anyhow, this stickering, what I'm doing here There's two parts that go on the back of his feet that flip down. They're little teeny tiny black strips with like silver outlines, and they're basically supposed to be like two little exhaust ports that go on the back for just like rear exhaust for the car. So they're really difficult to get off there because they're so small. But when you do that, the placement's actually pretty. I don't see them falling off ever. But then again, it just depends on how you treat your toys and how rough you are when you transform things, especially if you know you put stickers on something. Honestly, when I transformed this thing, I didn't see any issues with any stickers rubbing or anything. So, but yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I wouldn't handle it too often, though.
Nah. Transform it every now and then. The hand foot gun piece for the wheel jack, though, I am going to point this out. Yeah, I'm pointing a knife at you guys. I had a little bit of piece of sticker hair, as I like to call it, because sometimes when they cut the stickers, it's like a little teeny tiny sliver that's almost like the size of a hair. That's what I call that. What was I just talking about? I forget. I hate that. Yeah, when it comes to the hand foot gun thing for Wheeljack, there are two stickers that go around the if anybody out there's had, obviously the breakdown mold or the Sunstreaker, you got the two gigantic pieces of exhaust. Well, there's two silver pieces that come on that or two silver strips that come on that sticker sheet. I did opt out to do because I'm not using him as a combiner limb. But they do wrap around those two exhaust things. So that way it gives them a bit of silver detail on there, which is kind of cool. But, I mean, I'm not going to use them. So I'm just letting you guys know that in this video you will not see me apply those. But those will be probably applied in the future on something else, knowing me, because it's what I do. Maybe my... Turbo Force, I might actually put them on him because I do happen to have one of those hand foot guns that are like that. I might do that just for giggles. Shiggles.
Yeah. Shits and giggles.
Shits and giggles. Yeah, of course. Those things. But but here I am pulling this up. This is that's what the robot mode is going to look like when it's done. Only thing I did not do was the blue on the ears, because the back, if you actually look at the back of Wheeljack's head, it's all silver. I try to point that out on the camera here in a few minutes, but I find it kind of silly to use the blue if it doesn't completely wrap around the entire thing, which it doesn't do. It just kind of covers the front. I actually don't mind the silver that he already has on his head. I think it looks okay with the silver. I think it's fine. But I know there's some people out there that might be nitpicky about it, so feel free to put that silver on there, or that blue, sorry, if you want to on there. But yeah, here it is. I'm trying to point that out real quick. But yeah, that's about the only big difference. He looks so plain though, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looked like a just piece of white block.
It looks like, honestly, it looks like a piece of kit. That's what kind of came to me when I did that.
Oh, you finished?
I'm finished with the car mode, and then I decided to opt out and do commercial breaks because, I do commercials.
That is such a cool program. I need to learn how to use that.
If the audio would have worked fine, it would have been better.
How the hell did you do that effect? Green screen?
Yep, I green screened that part.
And where'd you find the actual background?
I got the overlay when I was in college. They had a crap ton of overlays, and I just used a few of the overlays we had, so they worked pretty good. For
great.
my G2 Defensor, which I love Defensor. I want a Combiner Wars version of him. If I have to make it myself, I will have one. I will, because G2 Defensor needs love. I just have a thing for, like, emergency vehicles and fire trucks. I always have. Oh, God.
I don't think I've seen this one. Where did this come from?
This is my World of Warcraft commercial I made.
With Megatron?
Of course. Why not? And Brownings. Because I have 2 of them. Obviously, I play a hunter. But yeah, silliness, craziness. You gotta love it. It's part of being a nerd, right? Gotta get out of your comfort zone every now and then.
Having fun.
Exactly. All right, so I'm going to kind of fast forward this part here because you guys know how this thing transforms. If you don't, go back and watch my review because I actually have a review of him. What happened there? Didn't lock up. Oh, okay. There it goes. Do. Come on, hurry up and transform already. Okay, there we go. If you had tuned in just recently, this is a pre-recording because my audio was botched up for my live stream. So here we go. Anyhow, doing robot mode now. The robot mode stickers are actually pretty decent on this guy. I kind of like the placement for them. It really does add to them. The funny thing is, though, if you're really a big stickler on any like other colors kind of coming out, especially if you're trying to cover a stripe with a different color, you can go through with a some either rubbing alcohol, non-acetone fingernail polish remover, or something like that, and a Q-tip, and gently get rid of some of that striping if you wanted to before you apply these stickers. Obviously, you want to clean the surface really well after you get done using that stuff, so that way it doesn't do anything to the glue. If you use an acetone on plastic, it turns it into goo. So don't do that. Just don't do that, okay? I repeat, don't use acetone stuff on plastic. It turns it into glue and like gooey nastiness. I know because I've done it before and it was stupid of me doing that, and I learned my lesson. I didn't know it would do that. I was the only kind of fingernail polish remover I had at the time, so I was like, okay, well, I'll just use this. And before I knew it, I was like, why is this kind of turning into goopy? I need to stop. That's even to like a harder, rigid type of plastic. So, you just got to kind of watch yourself every now and then when it comes to this thing. But I'm obviously putting down the stickers for the chest. If you don't want to put on window stickers and you're lazy and you want to paint it, go for it. You guys with your Gundam markers, have fun. Because to be honest, it's a window sticker. It turns it black. It's really no difference on that part, anyway. So are you this meticulous when you put down stickers, Sergio?
Well, like just being anal about it and just making sure.
Yeah.
Well, obviously not when I did it at 3 a.m., but at other times, yeah, I'll like make sure that I do it.
Yeah,
real.
There's one thing I did forget to mention, though, on that sticker sheet. It actually has little mirror stickers. So if you wanted to put little mirrors on his, stickers, you can put those stickers on there. But to be honest, I didn't put them on there. I just think that's too much. I mean, there isn't any other Combiner Wars figure that's going to have freaking mirrors on it. So why that one? I don't know. It's just, I guess some people just like to put a little too much extra. I do happen to have a Movieverse figure. Remember Hubcap?
Oh yeah, the
little
hot rod.
The little hot rod.
Mm-hmm.
I got on eBay and I found him with the G2 Repro Label stickers on it for $5.
Not bad.
I thought that was a pretty good steal. I mean, it does make him look like one of the laser rods, and I thought it was pretty decent. I was never like, if you look at his aesthetic and compare it to the rest of the movie stuff, it really didn't fit in. He looked completely different. So I think he kind of just felt like more of like a little exclusive. So he's one I did purchase that had stickers already applied. And the same thing for, remember the G2 Dreadwing that came out? The Generations one?
I have that one.
Yeah, I got the one, and I got it off of eBay for $15 with Repro Label stickers applied already. Where it looks more like the G2 one with all the crazy, I don't know, that checkerboard thing going on and all that.
I didn't get the repro labels, but I got the toy.
Do what?
I didn't get the repro labels, but I got the toy.
You should get the repro labels for it. It really helps it, man. It makes it look even better. Repro labels is really, really, really good for everything. Buy them, get them. They're awesome. Very well, very, very good quality. I haven't had any issues whatsoever with the quality off of them. Even when you buy just like insignias to replace, they're great. The only thing is when you go to put that insignia down, you better damn well want that to be there, because once it goes down, it's not going to come back up. You'll tear the sticker up before you replace it, remove it. So, I mean, if it sits there for a while, they adhere pretty well. That's something I noticed with those stickers. Even if you've painted something, they stick really well. Did you get a chance to look at that Megatron I made?
Oh, the Combiner Wars one? Yeah.
Yeah. What happened is I got on eBay and I was searching around, and some guy he did like a halfway attempt at trying to make a G2 Megatron, where he just really all he did was like a head swap and a gun swap on him. And then he sold him for like $30. So I snagged it for $30, and I went through and finished the job, put it that way. And I bought the GDO sticker set, and that's the sticker set that's on him. All the camo and the big stick actually fits very well around the barrel. It's crazy how that sticker set actually works for that particular Megatron.
I'm gonna look at it right now.
But I did have to paint his face purple, because I had a couple people say, why is his face not purple? I'm like, okay, I'll paint his face purple. So his face is purple. It looks really good, though.
There we go.
I'm hoping the stream is turning out for you, okay for you guys.
Big stick.
Big stick. And it says, eat this on the other side.
So it comes with the camo patches?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, that's just a custom waiting to happen.
Yep.
Wow. I think I might just do the same thing you did.
Well, if you have both Megatrons, or if you have a way of getting a hold of two of them fairly cheap.
Or I could, buy one of them and then go to Walmart, get the other one, and be like, hey, this one's headless.
Well, I did a Canon swap too. There's a Canon swap there that went on too.
Oh, because the other one's black, yeah.
Yeah. But it looks really good. It looks great on my shelf. Transforms just fine with those stickers. You just gotta pay attention where you're putting the camo.
The G2,
So that way it's not in a place.
Prime set is only $4.
That's not bad.
Well, finally.
I'm just glad they're actually went into the toy stages. I need to get around and get a few toy stages eventually, because I'm a big fan of toy stages and stuff like that. I really like having like a background to be able to filming my reviews on and stuff like that, and doing my quick little commercials that I normally do.
I really. They were supposed to go. I don't know if they're supposed to go to BotCon, but I'm hoping they go to TFCon at least, Repro Labels, and then I'll just buy a ton.
You would think they would show up to some of these conventions. I don't see why Hasbro would want to kick them out, because I mean they're carrying reproduction stickers for a lot of their G1 stuff too. All they are is just like a sticker add-on company, really. It's not like they're really IP infringing, you know.
This add-on is cool. This one has a whole bunch of stickers.
Which one?
It says labels for classics Autobots, and it comes with various Autobot ones.
Mm-hmm.
I might pick this one up. So I'm there for my Prime. I actually picked up a Henkei Prime that I'm going to be picking up at BotCon.
Oh, nice.
Hmm?
Did you order the Fire Guts?
I'm hoping to pick them up there. I'm hoping to get them for $100 because I have an affinity for that mold. When it comes to like, I don't know why, but I like collecting certain molds, like the Inferno one. I have like 4 of this mold already,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm hoping to buy more. I just need Artfire and then the BotCon one, which is the 2 most expensive ones.
Have you gotten any of the add-on kits?
No, those are hard to find.
I don't know if you got any of the for like the make a Magnus or get like the G3 trailer.
I have the G3 trailer. Yeah, the G3 trailer I picked up with 10K Prime for $130 for the pair.
Oh, nice! Did you get him like in the box with it?
Mm-hmm.
So he's all windowed. Nice.
And then I have a KO City Commander armor in a real Ultra Magnus.
Honestly, there's a lot of people that want to knock those KOs, but to be honest, those KOs from what I hear, they're just as good a quality. I mean, some of them might be a little lackluster here
with
and there.
some TLC, mine is like a good display piece. I still wouldn't mess with it, but as a display piece, it's really good.
I don't know. I don't. When it comes to those armor kits, you know, I like the idea that third parties make add-on kits. It's like Render Forms doing this like gun add-on, you know.
Trailer. I mean, even if I don't like the G3 trailer, I can always sell it for like $80, $70 because I think it's a good price for both Henkei Prime and him. Because Prime alone goes for like $80. The trailer usually runs like around 100, so I think 130 for the pair is a pretty decent price.
That's not too bad.
They both come with their packages. And then he also sold me Classic Skyward for $30. That's something I needed too.
Oh, did you see the review for the Masterpiece Ramjet?
Yeah, but I think I'm gonna end up having to cancel my pre-order just because, like, with BotCon coming up and two other masterpieces coming out in like the same time window, it'd be really hard to afford all 3, especially when Ramjet is almost $200. So I might put them on hold until I can scrap the money together to buy one.
Do you think we might get a G2 variant of him?
They should. I don't know why they made such a stupid ass move by making Ramjet an exclusive. So I would say for them to make the money back on the retool, they should at least make a G2, and at least make the G2 like a mass release.
I mean, I wish they would do that with him. And to be honest, as much as they want to milk those other Seeker molds, why the hell didn't they get us a G2 Starscream masterpiece? You would think that'd be a no-brainer. I don't even care if it comes with a sound box. I just want the damn thing in freaking crazy
I
camo and
would
pink.
rather, if I could only have one, I would take Ramjet over Starscream. I could see, I don't know. Like, I don't even know why they didn't even at least make it like a mall exclusive or something, a store exclusive.
Amazon or something.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have easily done that just to make a little bit more money
Like, I mean,
off of
they
it.
did Acid Storm, and Acid Storm is even more niche than the G2 repaint.
I know, and I don't even understand that because I mean, I don't. Where's the big fan base for Acid Storm? Seriously,
Yeah, there really isn't.
there isn't. I'm like, give us a G2 Ramjet because
We've
all
had
our
like a total of like
Starscreams
what,
are.
3 Acid Storm toys.
Yeah,
I don't know why they chose to give him the masterpiece treatment when they could have done maybe re-released, or they could have just done Skywarp in that mold. And then they did that stupid ass like Ronald McDonald Sunstorm. That was so ugly.
that thing would have been better if they wouldn't have done what they did with it.
I had it and I sold it immediately. The only reason I got it is because I got it for a kick-ass deal. What ended up happening was I don't know if you remember the like Year of the Horse Optimus.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to Toys R Us. They had a buy one get one 50% off sale. So I bought Sunstorm, and then they had Prime on sale for $80, plus the buy one get one 50% off. He went down to $40, and then the box was messed up. So I talked the lady into giving me a 20% discount. So I ended up paying like less than $100 for both of them.
That's ridiculous.
And that's the only reason why I got that stupid ass Sunstorm. And then I immediately sold it. And I bought the iGear Sunstorm.
Uh-huh.
But then I had to sell that one because I bought a playoff ticket for a game and I had to pay it off. So I had to sell that. And I kind of wish I didn't have to. I also had to sell off the Year of the Horse Prime as well to pay for a bill.
Ugh,
And I hate having to do that because
that
those are
sucks.
2 pretty good figures.
And I thought about getting hold of maybe the oversized KO Prime or something like that they have out there that comes with the trailer and all that crap for the MP10.
I might get
But if I do that, I'm gonna freaking like G2 that.
I might get the Evangelion one.
That one would actually be one of the better ones to try to get, but that price point on that thing is nuts. How much is that thing going for right now? Like 400?
The real one is going for like 500-600, but the MPP10 should be like 150 for just the figure, and it's oversized too. So I might get that one. I would prefer them because I know TF Direct had a pre-order for the normal sized Evangelion Prime.
Uh-huh.
It was a KO with the trailer for $200, and I thought that was a good price because you get the trailer with it, as opposed to the MPP10 is just like 150 by itself. So I'm hoping that they do an oversized and an undersized, or normal sized, but because I'm not going to pay $600 for, a repaint of something that I already have, even though it's a really nice repaint.
Yeah, I don't know if I decide to get an MP10. if I wanted to get like that mold again, because I had it one time. If I ever decide to, it probably will be that Evangelion because that thing is just nice.
Yeah, and even then, that is really G2. The whole neon color.
Oh yeah, good lord, that thing is G2. It's like crazy and just got like all different kinds of like paint tampo and all this stuff.
It's like Action Master Thundercracker.
Oh, it is.
It's G2. I love those color schemes because wasn't Action Master? When did Action Master Thundercracker come out? Like what, 88? 89?
Somewhere around there, 88, 89, 90.
Did he come out in the US? Or was he?
No, that was a UK.
Yeah, there we go. Because I'm thinking of those crazy, crazy like pre G2 colors that
That
the
one,
eBay did.
Circuit.
Like they did Circuit, and then they did Pyro,
Yeah.
and this guy. Hold on. Let me move the camera. Hopefully you can see it. Kind of dark down here. I don't think you can. This guy. What the fuck is his name? Clench. I have the poster for Clench. It glows. I need to get a black light because it actually glows under black light.
Do you have the G2 bot concept?
No, I was gonna buy it last year, but
You're missing out, man. You're missing out. That thing is nice.
Yeah, I need to buy one. Maybe this year, depending on how much money I have left on Sunday.
Yeah, I've got that entire set, dude. That I can't explain how awesome that set is. It's just great.
It's a really nice set. It's kind of blasphemy that only 2 of the figures are technically G2, but
Well,
it's still a really nice set.
I mean, honestly, they're all.
Even if I could just get Clench and Pyro, I'd be happy. Because the other 2 I really don't need. Like Breakdown, I'm gonna have the real combiner Breakdown. I don't see why I need the other one. It's still a good mold, but
it's still a good mold. But that Streetwise is really nice too.
I just don't like the mold. To be honest, I hate the fucking mold.
Yeah, Streetwise's mold's not the greatest, neither is Rapido, but I mean, I kind of had to get him because the RG2.
I want Rapido. He looks really good.
Rapido's really nice. I think Rapido actually wears that mold better than, Streetwise does, but I mean, Streetwise is just a black car, so there's not much you can do there. Did like trying to get hold of the custom class G2 sideswipe they did.
Better get out a second mortgage for that.
Yeah. The last time I saw it, it was going for like $1,000. Unbuilt. Yeah. An unbuilt one. Yeah, somebody snuck an unbuilt one out. How the hell they do that?
There's only 60 in existence. Only 60 pieces were made.
Yeah.
It's either 60 or 30. Hold on, let me look it up. Because I know Captured Prey has like a database.
Mm-hmm.
Let me look it up right now because they have the exact number made. That was in 2010. G2 Sideswipe. Give or take 75 were made.
Okay. Well,
it says there were a total of 50 people enrolled between the 2 custom classes.
Mm-hmm.
The number 75 represents an estimate to allow for the fact that extras were provided to some of the volunteers. So there are less than 75 made.
Wow.
So, that is... Yeah, if that's not rare, I don't know what is.
Yeah, the last time I saw one on eBay, it was going for like $1,000. So
I don't know how the hell they snuck out the unbuilt one. I'm assuming it was one of the volunteers because it wasn't until I want to say 2014 where they started offering the built version of the custom class toy.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't until either 2013. It was 2013, yeah. 2013 was the first year where they allowed you to buy the built toy. So I'm assuming that the unbuilt one was one of the volunteers.
It probably was.
Because I'm pretty sure if you tried to take the unbuilt one out of the class, they would like tackle you.
Yeah, because I mean, to be honest, if you really were like crazy enough to be able to try to figure out the engineering and remold that thing, you could probably make a KO out of it. Now, I do know that there was a black KO variant of that I personally purchased off of eBay for like $15, and I painted mine to look like the G2 Sideswipe because I can't afford that, so I did. Because it was basically the black mold, and it looked like Clamp Down, I think, because it had the police car emblem on the hood. So obviously, like remove that tampo and all that, but it actually turned out pretty nice. See if I can find a picture of it. I know I got a picture of that thing
It's like
somewhere.
G2 Ramjet, only 2,200 were made. Trying to see what's the rarest one. Oh, Jesus, Death Charge. They made 7,000 of him. And that's about where it's known. Shattered Glass Drift, less than 2,200.
I don't know. Maybe that Sideswipe is the rarest. Seems that way so far.
Yeah, Shattered Glass Drift.
Picture.
Cyclonus. Oh, no wonder Cyclonus is going for so much. Cyclonus. The Shattered Glass Cyclonus, only 1,200 are made. That's why he goes for like $70 fucking dollars.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The one that I will never, ever have is the 06 Megatron, where only 500 of him and Waspinator were made.
Oh, what mold was that?
It was the Cybertron Defense Red Alert. And I want to say Machine Wars Thundercraiger for Waspinator. Yeah.
There's my custom of that rare piece that I did.
I thought you were a really good custom.
Yeah,
I still have it?
Yeah, I still have it.
That's a really good custom. I mean, honestly speaking, that's about as the same quality as the custom class one, because I'm 99% sure that's what they did.
Yeah, it was pretty close to it. I might actually have a few things here and there that might be off on that, but I mean, to be honest, I think I did a pretty good job when I did that custom.
Because I'm pretty sure all it was just molded in black, and then very few pieces were molded in red. And then, because I'm pretty sure they had to color most of the red in themselves, or else there would be no customizing.
It's very true. I just thought I would share that photo because that's the one that I was telling you. I think I did okay on. It's not like the best in the world, but I think I did fair. But I guess that's all I've got for this stickering for you guys. I actually got that whole thing took care of for you guys out there because, you know, the audio was botched up, but at least we got through it this way. So, yes, I might actually just do like another pre-recorded episode and we'll just do this kind of thing again in the future. But anyhow, yeah, stay tuned. I'm going to end up having some more stuff coming on the channel because, you know, I've got lots of things going on. I always do. I've got around and I'll probably get around and get to reviewing some guys like this, like good old Turbo Force here that some people are actually been Googling, along with my my G2 laser Ron, which is basically all the laser rods, including Optimus. So you guys stay tuned. We'll end up probably getting to reviewing these things in the future. But anything else to say to them before we sign off, man?
I don't know. G2 rules.
It always rules.
Anyhow. Radical.
You guys have fun out there. If you guys have any questions about customizing and stuff, feel free to hit me up on Facebook. I don't check Twitter. I just post stuff on Twitter. So if you're following me on Twitter,
I made a Twitter and I was on it for like the week that I made it. And now I just rarely check it.
Yeah. If you need to get a hold of us, just hit us up on Facebook. We'll get a hold of you there. Or if you want to, leave comments down below. Anyhow, this episode has been brought to you by Toy Hacks. Go there and get your repro labels and your toy stages. Anyhow, this has been Plasticon. That's Sergio, a.k.a. Nemesis Prime. We're signing off. Peace out, you guys.